All right, y'all, so we're back with another video. Now, with this video, if you're somebody who usually watch 2 minutes or 4 minutes of the video, I need you to change that. You're going to stay until the end, okay? This video is extremely important. So in this video, we're going to be talking about a couple things. Now, the main thing we're going to be talking about is, as a man, how to control your emotions and how to be stoic, okay? I'm going to give you guys why it's important to control your emotions, how to control your emotions, and the benefits of controlling your emotions or learning to control your emotions. All right, so I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get into it. Now, as a lot of you may know or may not know, men are the leaders of the world. They're the leaders of family. They're the leaders at their work. They're the leaders of their life. God calls upon men to lead women, to lead children, and to lead the world, period. Okay? Now, as a leader, one of the main key attributes you need to have is the ability to control your emotions, right? The word stoicism is what that's referred to. Now, the point of being stoic is when you have an internal state, which means how you feel on the inside. It doesn't matter what else is going on the outside. You don't let it affect you. And even if there's a case where it affects you, you don't show it. Now, I'm going to give you guys some examples to break it down for you, right? As a man, it's always important to stay in the middle. You're not too happy. You're not too sad or too down. You're right in the middle. Now, whatever's going on the outside, you don't let that affect you being in the middle. Okay? This helps you in so many different fields that it's not even funny. Okay? It helps you through life, through relationships, through friendships, through your jobs, everything. That is why it's important to learn to control your emotions. Another reason is you don't want to be the man that's always getting angry or gets emotional easily or lashing out at your friends, lashing out at your girlfriend, your wife, lashing out at your kids, spazzing and getting angry. A man who doesn't know how to control his emotions is a weak man. So for those of you who have that friend who gets mad easily for any little thing, he's a weak man and you need to stay away from him because that's going to come to your life. He's going to cause you to fall out, whatever it may be. Stay away from him, okay? But when you are somebody who is stoic and you know how to control your emotions, women feel safer around you, children feel safer around you, and other men feel safer around you too. And they count on your leadership. That is why you need to learn how to control your emotions. Now, let's get into the how. So with this, it takes time, it takes practice, and you have to learn how to do it. Part of learning how to do it is to be aware of it, okay? Now, men go through a lot of pain in life, okay? Men are built through pain, unfortunately and fortunately. They have to go through a lot of lessons. They have to make a lot of mistakes. They have to go through betrayal. They have to go through so much, okay? Now, the beginning of learning how to control your emotions is to be aware. What I mean by that is, for example, let's just say something happens to you, right? And you feel some type of way. You have to be aware of how you feel. Maybe your girlfriend said something to you, right? The minute she says something, you have to be aware, okay, here's what she said. I didn't like that. Here's how I feel about it. Let's just say your friend says something, your boss says something, or maybe you're driving on the road and you have a flat tire. Those are things that's going to affect your internal state. Now, here's the stoicism part. The stoicism part is no matter what causes you to feel that way on the inside, you don't let it change how you show it to the outside. Okay? For example, your girlfriend calls you a name or, well, let's not use that because I wouldn't want nobody calling you names. But let's just say you're driving on the road and you have a flat tire. Automatically, you're like, oh, man, right? Now that could ruin your day. But you don't let it. You just get out. If you have a spare, I hope you do. You get out, you change a tire, and you keep going. You don't, because a lot of men, what they'll do is, oh, man, I got a flat tire. Oh, my gosh, man, what am I going to do? I'm in the middle of the road. Cars are passing by 60 miles per hour. That's weak. Because when you do that, you get nothing done. What's the point of you yapping and doing all that for? Get out, be a man, and try to find a solution. The thing, too, is when when you're losing your mind and you're panicking and doing all this, it is very hard for you to think rationally. It'll be so much harder for you to come up with a solution. You just, be panicking. Now, it'd be even worse too. Let's just say your lady's in the car with you and your child is in the car with you, and they're watching their dad lose their mind over a flat tire. Think about it. That's an ugly look. You look ugly and you look weak. Cut that out. You feel me? Stay calm and collected. Pull the car over. Make sure everybody's safe. And figure out a way. If you got to call AAA, if you got to call a towing truck, whatever it may be, figure out a solution. Because yapping and nagging is not going to get anything done. And that is one of the reasons how to control your emotions and why to control your emotions. Now, the most important way that I recommend to everybody, I think that's going to help you control your emotions, is to be strong spiritually. The way to become strong in the spirit is to be closer to God. Okay? I made a video on that. I think it's like 3 or 4 videos back on how to get closer to God. That is the number one thing you need to do. I'm going to give you how that helps, right? So a man who is spiritually strong, right? When you're spiritually strong, you have that godly foundation. You don't look to humans for help. You look to God for help. Okay? And one thing about God, he always comes through. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. But I give you my word and I guarantee you with everything in me, he always comes through. Okay? So when you're spiritually strong, you have that godly foundation. Okay? Let's just say, for example, you're married and you just lost your job. You can't pay the bills. A man who's not spiritually strong is going to lose his mind. Oh my gosh, the bills are due on the first. How are we going to pay it? I don't know what I'm going to do. Now imagine you're there panicking and your woman is just looking at you. You're supposed to be the rock. You're supposed to be the leader. Now she's watching the leader lose his mind. How do you think she's going to act? You feel me? How do you think she's going to feel when she's looking up to you to make decisions and to protect and provide, but her provider, her protector is losing his mind? You look weak. Cut that out. That's not a cute look. You feel me? That's not something you should do. You have to be spiritually strong, because a man who's spiritually strong, what happens is when hardships come, he looks to God. God talks to God about it. That's it. He knows that God eventually is going to come through. Even though it's the 31st and the bill is due tomorrow, he doesn't worry about that, because he just casts his worries and all his anxieties onto God. That is the number one way on how to control your emotions. You have to have that foundation. Okay. Number 2 is to meditate. Now, when I say meditate, it could come from a spiritual point, but it also comes from a personal point. If you've had a long day, if you had a lot of things happen to you, break up, lost your job, lost your car, whatever it may be, and you're feeling all these different emotions, you need to sit in your closet, your living room. You need to sit in complete quiet. So that way you could process your emotions, you could understand them, and you could understand why you're feeling how you feel. And I guarantee you guys, I'm not lying to you. This is why I told you, stay to the end of the video. I guarantee you, after that 30 minutes or an hour, you just process everything and you feel everything, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how discouraging it is, you feel it and you process it, you will feel better and you could go back out and do whatever. A lot of you, what you do is when things happen, traumatic things happen, you just try to stay busy so that way you don't think about it. No, it's going to catch up to you in the worst moments, okay? Because you can only do that for so long. You could do that for maybe 2-3 months, but it's going to catch up to you. And like I said, at the worst times, you could be in a meeting with your boss and then boom, everything hits you at once. You just tears. Cry if you need to. Don't be scared to cry as a man, okay? Don't let women make you feel like you less of a man if you cry. The only difference is if you cry, don't cry in front of people, okay? There's only 2 acceptable places to cry. One is if you're by yourself in that moment of meditation that I'm talking about, it's okay to let out tears because you're feeling all that pain. It's okay. That's when it's okay to cry. And 2, when you're in prayer to God, because God understands you. Okay? Cry if you need to. Okay? You're not less of a man if you do. Don't cry in front of your lady. Please don't do that. Don't cry in front of your kids. Don't cry in front of your mom. Cry to yourself and to God. That's it. Now, that is how to manage your emotions, learn to control your emotions, and how to become spiritually strong. Now, what are the benefits of this, right? So when you're a man who is strong spiritually, you know how to control your emotions, women are 10 times more attracted to you. You make God proud, right? And people feel safer around you, okay? Because they see that you're the guy that when shit hits the fan, you don't lose your mind, you stay calm, and you get it done. They like to have you around because they see that you're a true leader. Same thing with women. Now, women, they can see you go through so much, but you still have a good attitude, you're staying positive, and you're not worried about it. That registers in her brain like, this is a true man. He's rooted deeply and he knows what he's doing. He's not losing his mind. He's a rock. And their attractiveness just goes up 10 times more. And they trust you more because now they could be even more feminine around you. Same thing with children. Kids don't understand the world yet. If you have a child, he doesn't understand bills yet. He doesn't understand hardship yet. So if he sees his dad losing his mind, what do you think he's gonna do? He's not gonna feel safe because like, why, mommy, why is daddy losing his mind? What's going on? He's gonna start panicking too. Okay? So those are the benefits you get when you learn how to control your emotions. Y'all let me know what you think of this video. And yeah, I'm out.